and it'll just be posted on Facebook.
1 week after the first meeting, comics organizers Amy, Emily, and Tiffany offered a brainstorming gathering to share ideas, offer support, and just connect a little more with their classroom neighbors. Matt McDonald readily jumped into sharing his ideas.
It's going to be a comedy in a sense where it's going to be like necropolis, where it's just like people get sick by like an airborne disease, and it makes them turn into cannibals with really long necks.
Charlie Williams had some comedic ideas of his own for his comic.
I was thinking maybe I could kind of like do this little comedy where it kind of like shows this kid looking at this toilet paper roll going, I wonder, out of all the art supplies in the world, why can't a toilet paper roll could be a form of art? And then there'll be like this older brother or younger brother that says, that's a stupid idea, it'll never get, it's never going to be anything important. And then it'll just chronologically show him actually becoming famous or being at the White House, declaring toilet paper roll art day or something.
But for Matt, the idea wasn't decided. He had more imagination in his sketchbook than he could handle.
Another one, kind of like an apocalyptic rising kind of story. He was like a shaman who was banned from like a society that he saw as corrupt. So then he's like trying to perform a ritual with like his assistants to rise like a big monster. And basically it's just going to be like a narrative, and it's just like kind of like, I want to have like quite a bit of like descriptive language in there, and then at the end it's just going to be like him and like a giant kind of like creature rising from the water right above the city while he's like kind of like on the ledge of the cliff.
Charlie too couldn't hammer down just one idea.
And then there's this other one I was thinking maybe it'll just be like an action kind of story. It's going to be kind of like a spin-off of like a lot of cheesy 80s action films like The Terminator or Die Hard, and instead I'm going to have this action hero who's a half man, half manatee, and he's going to be trying to rescue a mermaid from a bunch of shark people, and come complete with weapons and big muscles and catchphrases and everything like, hey, guess what my favorite vegetable is? Carrots? No. Squash.
Though Matt didn't know it yet, Warren would become his addition to comics. Here's his idea that left an impact on his fellow artists.
Alright, another one I might call Warren, or Are You Afraid of Heights? But basically it's just like a kid started off like on the bus, right? He's just like kind of a sad, small kid. And then bullies are like yelling at him at the back of the bus. Then in class they're doing stuff like knocking over stuff. Then at the playground, a couple of kids corner him. He goes on like the jungle gym, and then like guy like main bully pushes him off. And then like the next day he comes to school where he's on the broken arm, and they're still like yelling at him and stuff like that. Oh, how'd you get the cast, man? And then like the guy just kind of snaps and goes to the bus driver, grabs the wheel while they're going around the corner.
Everybody?
Jake Much had an idea himself, but didn't want to make any plans until he knew how many pages he'd be given.
I was just thinking of like a one-page illustration for mine. Are we doing one page or two?
Well, we were talking about, like, we told everybody that if you're gonna, like, decide that you can't do it or don't have time, today is the deadline for that. So by the end of the day, like, we haven't heard from anybody yet, so by the end of the day, if we hear from anybody or not, we're gonna get the numbers of pages per person. We'll post it on the Facebook group, and that'll be tonight, maybe, definitely tomorrow.
Okay.
So and we were just saying that for the next draft, like the first draft, is due next Wednesday.
Yep.
So you can just do it like very rough draft.